Breaking news, a huge NBA star says that behind the scenes, they're texting back and forth around XRP. Now I can confirm the many stars that I know are deep in XRP. Now I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm only telling you what I do. I truly believe XRP and Bitcoin will be number one and number two. And here's how I build my ecosystem. I'm going to break down the whole thing. I've been telling people since 2020 that XRP was going to radically transform the world and rewire the financial system. Now you have to do your own research. I only have ever told you exactly what I'm doing. So here's my strategy. It's called CAPL DR, cash flow. Cash is trash. I move my cash flow into appreciating assets that have fixed supplies that cannot be printed and that appreciate over time in the long term. When those appreciate, P, I move it into protection, cash value life insurance. It secures my wealth, protects my family. I get market-like returns, and I become my own bank, which is L, leverage. So remember, we're transmuting our cash flow, which is trash, which if you don't beat inflation, you become poor. Inflation from 2020 to 2024 was 24% accumulative inflation. So it's not that things are getting more expensive, it's that your dollar's becoming worth less. You lost 24% of your purchasing power. When I transmuted my cash flow into deflationary assets that beat inflation, that's my goal. It doesn't matter the asset. You can use gold, you can use silver, but I saw inflation. I'm like, I need to move in things that are going to beat inflation. My XRP went up 800% from 2020 to 2024, my Bitcoin 200%, and my overall portfolio went up 300%. So as people sat in cash and lost 24% of their purchasing power, I grew my cash by over 300% combined in my assets, A. Now this video is in September, back into September 2025. About to go into a massive parabolic move over the next 90 days. So what I do is when the deflationary assets appreciate, I pull some off the top as I go up. As everybody's coming in to get rich quick, I pull it off the top and I put it into protection. I max fund my cash value life insurance policies. So my wealth is protected, my principal's guaranteed, market-like returns, and then L, leverage. So I transmute my cash flow that is trash, that is losing buying power every single year, and it's about to lose more when they lower these interest rates. And I transmute it into appreciating assets that go up. But you can use whatever you want. I use XRP, Bitcoin. I'll explain my whole portfolio in just a moment. And then I put it into leverage. Then I leverage my assets to beat the hurdle rate to richest man in Babylon to do what? To buy more cash flow, to buy more assets, to the next bull run, buy more protection. I'm now in cycle number 2 of CAPL DR, and then DR is de-risk, de-risk, de-risk. If you don't understand the risk pyramid and you don't understand de-risking, you should not be getting into investing. Because when I'm in high volatile assets or high paying dividends, I de-risk out and I put it into things that I believe will be here forever. Put it back into insurance. I believe XRP and Bitcoin will be here forever. Bitcoin's like my gold, and I'm non-emotional and I take the middle ground. My top 6 cryptos are XRP by a long shot, Bitcoin number 2, Solana number 3, XLM number 4, WFI climbed up to number 5, HBAR number 6, and VChain number 7. I'm not married to these asset classes. I follow the wave of energy because everything's a wave of energy to include you. You're not going to change the way God made this. Everything cycles. There's always a winter, there's always a spring, there's always a summer, there's always a fall. It just keeps repeating. The sun goes up, the sun goes down, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. And then what we do as humans, we try to recreate nature, which you never do, and you always get wrecked. I'm calm, I'm stoic, and I'm non-emotional. When you're coming in trying to get rich quick, I'm selling my crypto. And when everybody's panicking and running and the things that I trust, know, and love, I buy more. It's Warren Buffett style investing. And I work to transmute all my cash into cash flow. Because cash is trash. So that's what I do. Comment, what do you do? Are you waiting for XRP to go to 4 figures and that will be your savior? Trust me, it won't save you. Because if you're not disciplined and consistent now and you don't have a system, you're gonna get wrecked. Because if you don't understand how to beat inflation and beat hurdle rates, you don't understand that everything is a cycle. What goes up must come down. You don't understand how to protect your wealth and compound your wealth. And you don't understand it's just discipline and taking the middle ground. And understanding this is nothing new under the sun. Then it doesn't matter how high these cryptos go. That's why lottery winners go broke and most pro athletes lose most of their money. Or people that run into a large amount of money without having a foundation or this, understanding how wealth actually works. Jim Rohn said it the best, you can give $1 million to every person in society, it's gonna be right back in the same 1%'s hands. because we've been indoctrinated at a deep, deep level to buy things we can't afford to impress people that we don't like, and to buy things that deflate and not put money into things that appreciate. And when these moments and times comes, we're all waiting for a savior, thinking that a certain crypto is going to change our lives, when it's only going to exacerbate who you currently are. So men, specifically, you should be getting disciplined physically, mentally, spiritually. And you should be working everything you can to understand the richest man in Babylon, the wisdom of King Solomon, cash flow quadrant, think and grow rich, secrets of the millionaire mind. And you should build a foundation of God, protecting your family and protecting your ecosystem at all costs. And you should make yourself last and make your ecosystem first. And you will become first. And you should understand, if you want something, you should never buy it with your family's money or family future. You should buy it with OPM, other people's money, assets. That's all I got for you today. God bless you. XRP and Bitcoin will be number 1 and number 2. Warriors, rise! The stars know. Do you know?